Congratulations to Wofford. They made some plays when they needed to, particularly down the stretch. I feel like our guys they're playing hard. Defensively, we look pretty good at times. Most of the time, really. Just on the offensive end of the floor, it's we just aren't comfortable right now. We're not in an offensive rhythm right now. We're not shooting the ball very well right now, particularly from behind the line. And until we do, you're never kind of comfortable in the game, just because you know that there's the chance you're not going to rattle off 3, 4, 5 threes in a row, and all of a sudden a 6, 7, 8-point game becomes a 15-point game. But we do have, when you're running offense, you want to make sure the right guys are shooting the right shots. And we end up tonight. That's a halftime stat sheet. I don't have a stat sheet, but I think we ended up 7 for 29 from 3. But some really good shooters. JP could really shoot it. It's 1 for 6. JB 1 for 5. Elias 1 for 6. Ty Mosley 1 for 4. It's 4 for 23. I think my math tells me. No. 4 for 21. So all those guys can shoot the ball, but until they're all shooting it well in the games, you're going into overtime tonight at 62 all. It's just a tough one. Our margin of error isn't what it used to be, but as I told our team, this group's been this group for about 2.5 weeks, and we had to tweak some things this week offensively, and we're not comfortable yet on that end of the floor.
As strong as some of those moments are defensively, 46 points in the paint tonight for Wofford. It seems like Wofford's another team that's been able to dribble, drive, penetrate, and get to spots in the lane. What can y'all do to help counteract that going forward?
Yeah, it seems as though at times we look tired guarding the ball. In the first half, we held them to 28, but they also came in shooting a lot of threes. And so you force teams to make a whole lot of twos to try to beat you, just playing the math game. And so some of those twos were difficult in the first half. And then that you saw there in the second half, some of those driving layups became a little more open than they were in the first half. About 50% of their points coming in were from 3. And tonight, 15 of 74 were from 3. But it's usually off penetrate and kick it. I thought we were doing a good job for a while of competing on drives, making them have to try to make tough twos, guard without fouling. And then, we had a little foul trouble with our posts. And then when Josh was unavailable, it just, I thought Chris did a pretty good job for a guy that I don't know if he'd played that many minutes, half that many minutes in a game yet. And all of a sudden he's playing 21.
GB, how do you guys find your identity as a team now that you're having to adjust to so many different things changing? Then the identity maybe has to change a little bit to get what y'all want out of the season.
I mean, just like every other team, you just have to get back in the gym and just get better every day and just find identity there.
Nick, back-to-back nice games for Jalen Jordan off the bench. How much of a nice addition has he been to be able to come off the bench and kind of be that microwave for you guys?
Yeah, we continue to need it. Anybody can throw it in the basket. We need it right now. He made pretty much half of our threes tonight, and just enables us to play in space until more of our guys are making shots from behind the arc. Teams will continue to kind of play off of us, clog up the lane. Wofford came in putting teams on the free throw line on an average 29 times a game, and we shot 12. But there were times where there really wasn't anywhere to go with it. There wasn't a gap to drive because they were short closing a lot of our catches.
Justin, you had 15 points early in the second half, but didn't score for the last almost 18 minutes in all of overtime. Was Wofford doing anything to you differently to kind of affect how you could score?
I was just trying to get my teammates involved and just trying to go with the flow of the game, just let it come to me. So that's really what it was.
Coach, Kyler Filewich and Corey Tripp were pretty good tonight, especially in the paint. What kind of adjustments were you kind of trying to make to keep them out inside? So,
Yeah, the big fella, Filowitz, he's a load. You know, he doesn't get sped up. He plays with angles. You know, he's a good ball player. We knew that about him coming in, and Tripp is. You just kind of feel on edge a lot when he's got the ball. You know, he's a good ball player. Can score it at many levels. Had 7 assists and no turnovers tonight. That's awfully hard to do. I did see that right, didn't I? Yeah. almost 38 minutes. Had 7 assists, no turnovers. And so, I mean, you can just look at his plus minus in a tight game. He was terrific out on the floor.
Justin, you've become a more consistent player and more of a key player this season. Sorry, 1 second. Let me kind of get back on track here. Have you done anything like differently this year to maybe prepare compared to previous seasons?
I've just been staying in the gym more often, just steady getting in the gym, just working hard every day. That's really what it is.
JB, particularly in the second half, y'all were able to get some steals to get on that run to get to that 9-point lead. What were y'all doing well defensively to disrupt what Wofford was doing?
Honestly, I feel like we strung together a couple stops because they have a nice offense. They run their offense really tough, but I feel like we just came together and just strung together a nice couple stops. But honestly, it was just us digging in and just wanting to guard. That's what we got to get back to. That's what we're going to do.
Going back to that, y'all, at one point I think we're up 9 with, about
10 to go.
Yeah, about 10 to go or something. How do you develop, the strength of will? Or
I think I didn't mean to cut you off. I think I understand the question you're asking. Is like we worked for about 31 minutes of the game, and you're up 9, and I don't know if we were tired or we relaxed, feeling that we've got a comfortable lead. Well, 9 points versus a team that can really shoot it with 10 to go is not a comfortable lead. And we gave it away in about a minute and a half. All of a sudden, it was like a minute and 47 seconds, I think it was, off the clock. And you're in a one-possession game again. And we gave up a couple quick drives, gave up a 3 in transition to Lawrence. And all of a sudden, what you'd really worked to try to get to that for a team that has a smaller margin of error right now in us, you can't keep your foot off or let your foot off the gas. And we did for about 2 minutes, and it evened the game again. And all of a sudden you're in the last 7 minutes, it's back and forth.
Quick turnaround with another game on Tuesday night can be good to kind of flush some things. What's practice going to be like these next 2 days to get ready?
Yeah, for a really good team. Missouri State may be the best team we've played so far. They're tough. It was a tough result at their place last year. All those guys are back, plus their starting point guard who missed our game last year, who's has a elite assist-to-turnover ratio. They're good. We'll have to play extremely well.